Hi, welcome to Math Factor. In this video, we're going to find the inverse of one-to-one function. And to do that, we have steps to follow. The first step is to replace f of x with y. Second is to interchange x and y variables, followed by solving for y in terms of x. And finally, we're going to change y with the inverse function of x symbol. Without further ado, let's have an example. So for the first given, we have here f of x equal to 5x minus 2. Again, for our first step, we're going to change f of x with y, followed by interchanging x and y variables. So we have here y, it will become x, and as for x, it will become y. After that, we will solve y in terms of x. So let us copy 5y here. So it will remain in this side. And then for this negative 2, let us move it to this side. So it will become positive 2. So that is using the addition property of equality. And then right after that, since we still have here a numerical coefficient, divide both sides by 5 to isolate y itself in this side. We now obtain this x plus 2 over 5 equal to y. And then finally, for our last step, we will be changing y with the symbol of the inverse function. So the inverse function of x is equal to x plus 2 over 5. Next, another example. Find the inverse of f of x equal to 3x plus 2 over x minus 4. Again, for the first step natin, we will be replacing f of x with y. After that, interchange x and y variables. We have here 3y plus 2 over y minus 5. After that is to solve for y. So to do that, let us cross multiply this. We have xy minus 5x and then copy this 3y plus 2. And since we are solving for y, so let us rearrange these terms. So we will be combining like terms, this xy and 3y. We have your xy minus 3y is equal to 5x plus 2. And then for this, let us factor out y. So we have here x minus 3 equal to 5x plus 2. And to isolate y itself, we will be dividing x minus 3 both sides. So we have now y is equal to 5x plus 2 over x minus 3. And for the final answer, we have here the inverse function of x is equal to 5x plus 2 over x minus 3. Next, let us have this x cubed minus 2. Change f of x with y. Next is to interchange x and y. Right, so third one, since we are solving for y, let us remain y raised to 3 in this side. And then for the minus 2, it will become positive 2 or plus 2 in this side. And since we still have here an exponent, we will be solving or get the cube root of both sides to remove this. So we have now cube root of x plus 2 is equal to y. And finally, for our last term, we will be replacing y with the symbol of inverse function. So the inverse function of this function x is cube root of x plus 2. Okay, so for our fourth example, we have here f of x equal to x squared plus 4x minus 2. So in this case, since this is a quadratic function with a graph of parabola that opens upward, this is not a one-to-one as it fails the horizontal line test. So this function has no inverse, right? Next, for the fifth example, find the inverse of f of x equal to 2 over x minus 1. So again, for our first step, let us replace f of x with y. Then copy 2 over x minus 1. Followed by interchanging x and y. So it will become x is equal to 2 over y minus 1. And for the third step, we're going to solve for y. So in this case, we can just move this minus 1 to the other side. So it will become plus 1 here equal to 2 over y. Then cross multiply this y times x plus 1 equal to 2. And since we are looking for the value of y, we can just divide both sides by x plus 1. Then cancel out this one. Then we got this y is equal to 2 over x plus 1. And finally, for our last step, we will be replacing y with the symbol of inverse function. So the inverse function of x is equal to 2 over x plus 1. And there you have it. And for our last given, find the inverse of f of x equal to the cube root of 2x minus 2. So for the first step, we have y equal to the cube root of 2x minus 2. Let us interchange x and y. We have here the cube root of 2y minus 2. Third step is to solve for y. So let us move this minus to the other side. We have here x plus 2 equal to the cube root of 2y. And then to remove this cube root, we will be raising both sides to the power of 3. So let us cancel out this. Then we are left with this x plus 2 cube is equal to 2y. Then divide both sides by 2. Cancel out 2. We have this x plus 2 raised to 3 over 2 is equal to y. For the fourth step, we have here the function of, or the inverse function of x is equal to x plus 2 raised to 3 over 2. So if you want to expand this, we can just apply the sum and difference of two cubes. That is a plus b raised to 3 is equal to a raised to 3 plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared plus b raised to 3. So let us try to expand this. Let me just try. The inverse function of x is equal. So this is a and b for 2. So following this, we have x raised to 3 plus 3 multiplied by the square root of x times 2 plus 3 times x times 2 squared plus the cube of 2. Then copy over 2. Equal, let us simplify. We have x raised to 3 plus, we have here 3x squared times 2 is 6x squared plus, so 2 times 2 is 4 times 3x is 12x plus the cube of 2 is 8. Then copy over 2. So we have here x raised to 3 plus 6x squared plus 12x plus 8 over 2 as the expanded form of this inverse function. Okay, so that is all for today's discussion. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. And do not forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel so you don't miss the upcoming lessons. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!